All right. This is just a quick update on gold. I posted a kind of a concept I was looking for a potential setup, and yeah, this is my update for it. So where we are on the daily, the weekly rather, is we are bearish, but we've got a low here that we haven't surpassed yet. Basically, what I've got marked up is that my key level for a a bearish continuation is this one here. I know it's a little bit messy right now, but essentially we need to close through this probably this week if we're going to see a continuation to the downside. We've got some news this week, some significant stuff going on there, but there always is. So I tend not to pay attention to it. I just look at what the chart tells me, because that tells me everything that the news tells me, or is going to, whatever. So yeah, this is my level on the weekly, and if we close through it, then we're pretty damn bearish. But for here, this is the last opportunity for price to continue making a bullish structure and a higher low instead of a lower low. As you can see here, I mean, we had this drop, and we've also had a considerable reduction in institutions buying or holding. So there has been a big sell-off, a big reduction in exposure. So on the whole, it's hard not to be bearish based on that. But then again, if you zoom out and you look at the chart that looks like that, and then kind of try and claim you're bearish, then you feel like a bit of a plonker until you're either right or impoverished. So go down to the daily. What you can see here is you can see that we had this key level here that price came all the way down to. It's actually a weekly level before getting a response from. I actually traded a buy from here into this range here, and then we consolidated for a little bit. This here broke the value area of this consolidation. I don't know if it will be obvious there. Yeah, you can see the blue line, the value area low. We broke that, and then now here we are we're doing a little wiggle like this over here, which is a potential reversal, or potentially seeing support at this point, because we're not just busting straight through it, we are seeing some support. So time will tell. We did have this bullish candle here, that's changing the state of delivery here on the daily, after having hit the key level here, and I did take a buy and make a small loss here, and that is fine because it's in line with my strategy, because when so I mean, we did get a response, but then we made a double top. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was out at break even, but then we came into here, and then we closed bullish, and then on the 1 hour, I think I entered again, because because again, for me, I've identified this key level as being pretty pivotal. So it wasn't the first test of it. This is now the second test of it, and we are now moving rather than going through it. So that's why I took an entry here, and I think my entry again was on the change of state of delivery. Having swept this low here pretty cleanly, and then responding from there. I think I was in here somewhere. We came back down. My stop loss was somewhere in this wick, and then we've moved on so far. So I'm now working on the basis that this is the potential higher low, which should see a continuation past the previous high here. So we'll see. Obviously we've got the rest of the week for it to play out or not, so we'll see. I mean, I plan to just hold, and we'll either be proven wrong or proven right. We've got a few key levels that are within this here, that are mostly, yeah. We've got, again, this here is our first real resistance here. So if price comes up to here, I will definitely. I mean, having said that, I've already got my stop in profit, but I was going to explain that I wanted to protect myself before we get to this key level here. This for me is a less significant one, and then there's this one up here. Let me see what they look like on the 4 hour. Yeah, so on the 4 hour we've actually got this here, which is the extreme, and this here lines up with the value area high as well from the previous range. So I would probably, yeah, if I make that a little bit more accurate. Cool. And again, if we do get up here, I will probably be moving my moving my take profit further. I just leave it for perspective for now, and just respond to what the week gives me. So yeah, I've got this profile, which is this most recent consolidation. I like to have an idea of where, like, the range that we stayed in for a week or so, and then the breakout and the new range here. I could also draw this as one as well. So we tested the value area high of this profile as well. I mean, there are just like loads of different interpretations of the same thing, and I tend to use like both the support and resistance that I use, as well as volume profile to kind of make a map of what I'm doing and what I'm looking at. So yeah, my initial buy was something like that. Although I usually try and enter on the 1 hour or something like that. I don't go below the 1 hour because I can't guarantee that I'm gonna see it. I can't guarantee that I'm. We broke there. I can't guarantee that I'm gonna be able to commit to checking more regularly than hourly at the moment. So that's just, so it doesn't make sense for me to try and claim that I enter on a lower time frame. Yeah. So that's where we're at. This is what I consider to be the first real resistance. There, yeah, I've already got the lower time frame, like the more refined key level, which is this one here, and then I've got this one, which is the original level that formed and held as support. I'm just going to get rid of that to make it a bit cleaner because it's the same thing. And here on the 1 hour, we had a change in state here to then continue. So there's this level and then this level. See, I can't lose anything now. I'm just wanting to make sure I play it as best as I can. Right. Bye bye.